We're a small winery, we're a small business, and we were facing the challenge of escalating sales costs in a world in which gasoline costs more, and hotels cost more, and rental cars cost more. My wife and I own Chateau Julien. We created Chateau Julien almost 25 years ago. Chateau Julien's in Carmel Valley, so we were pretty much a pioneer in Carmel Valley. We're 100 miles south of San Francisco. We're just outside the little town of Carmel, which is a beautiful spot of the world, kind of a wonderful Mediterranean kind of village.
Now, this one comes out with a lot of fruit, and it is for aging, and I refer to it as a white wine for red wine lovers.
Mainly it's producing Merlot, Cabernet, Chardonnay, a little bit of Pinot Grigio, and some Sangiovese for our public. Our Merlots are well-renowned. I love them from the late 90s through the current vintages. They're just rich, intense, great wines. We sell our wines nationally. We sell our wines worldwide. We've got a new market that's coming up, India, which we're just adding this year. We added Poland last year as a new market. We're a small winery, we're a small business, and we were facing the challenge of escalating sales costs in a world in which gasoline costs more, and hotels cost more, and rental cars cost more, and we were looking at ourselves saying, what could we do to better improve our customer service, take better care of our customers, see them more than once a year in small markets, and deliver them the same impact. Every dollar that you save is a lot of dollars you don't have to sell. So it just drops right to the bottom line. It's a direct response. I did some studies back then on what it cost us to go into a marketplace, fly in, spend the night, and then look at how much per case that was costing us. We could have given the wine for free. So the answer was that doesn't work. So you can't give away your product. So how can you do that better? And it was really looking at the answer to that $64,000 question. How can I better take care of my customer on a more regular basis and do that more effectively?
Well, we've seen programming for 2006. Let's take a look at some programming for 2007.
We actually looked at the old-fashioned way, the video conferencing. So we didn't know WebEx existed. So it was one of asking a lot of questions first.
Onto this, but we had great response from your sales force. And as we had talked before, this is really an education program. As you can see, we had here the first part, which we put out in June, was history of the winery. July, we came back with our winemaker.
And then one very, very bright gal that we had in our department, she asked her dad what they were doing. And he was in a company in Southern California. He goes, no, the answer here is web meetings. So she basically spent all the time and researched and came out with the final product.
We have an array of things that we'd like to be able to put out to our distributors. But really right now, the function that I'm using for is our regular quarterly meetings. This way I can contact our distributors, see how they're doing on the programs that they currently have, also introduce new programs. We talk about pricing issues. We talk about development of the brand on a very regular basis. It would be almost impossible for me as a single person here to be able to do that in 42 states on a quarterly basis, but I can do it from home using WebEx. Let's take a look at the actual program. What we wanted to develop, as we did last year, is a 90-day program. WebEx is a productive way of communicating to a nationwide network of distributors, not even a question. Ease of operation is incredible. What we can get across in real time is incredible. And the savings that we have. I mean, those three alone is why we're doing it. I was corporate for many, many years, and I made the decision to move to where I am working for the winery that I am because I did want a different lifestyle. Having traveled as much as 150, 160 days a year, I understand what that takes. Today, I travel minimally. I live 15 minutes from the winery. I can enjoy life a little bit more than I ever did.
And it makes efficiencies incredible. You can have a meeting with Kentucky at 8 o'clock in the morning, meeting with North Carolina at 9:30 in the morning. You can meet with Virginia at 11, and you couldn't possibly have flown to those locations and done the same thing. So there are times in which it's just smiles all the way across because I can be here, be home with my family, and still take care of my business. So I think for me personally, I love it.